All right, welcome back. Brett here with ClickMill. In this video, we're going to discuss the Columbo tactic. I'll intro it, and then the guys can take it away and add anything else they want to throw in because I know they do this and they know this really well. So Columbo is a character from a TV series that I have never seen. So I'll just put that on the table right at the beginning. But he is a very good criminal investigator, right, Juke? Am I spot on? Am I good there? Okay. Criminal investigator who's very keen and very sharp and maybe shrewd, which I like because the Bible says be innocent. Shrewd as a serpent, but innocent as a dove. And this is kind of that character that he portrays. And he's bumbling around and he's fumbling around and he is putting off the appearance as though he's kind of dumb. And at the end, after everybody's kind of buying in, they're like, it's just, it's just Columbo over there. Yeah, he's asking silly questions that don't really relate to anything. And then at the end, he ties it all up into a bow and then, gets the murderer or something like that. And so this is a really big advantage. And I like the Columbo tactic because when I come into a conversation with someone who's presenting themselves as adversarial, and I don't mean that like they're necessarily being mean. Sometimes they do. They come in very angrily, but their position is opposed to my position, you know, and they're trying to debunk Christianity or debunk a belief, which sometimes they will. It can be very beneficial to your conversation to not look smart as you come in. And I think similarly, another way that I like to do this, I like mixed martial arts. And I did a year and a half of jujitsu. And I took extra precautions with my ears to have these goofy containers. Everybody always laughed at me, these things over my ears, because I don't want to have um, cauliflower ear because it is a dead giveaway that you have some experience. I don't want to look like that. I want to look like I don't know anything and I want to talk to people who are attacking me, at least at first, like I don't know anything. And so the Columbo tactic is essentially coming in and asking a lot of questions to get them to explain their side to you. Where did you hear that? Help me understand. I don't know what you mean. Who said that? And so we're going to go over some of these specifically, but that's generally the Columbo tactic is you take the position of ignorance and you just start asking them a lot of questions to be so helpful in helping you understand what they're trying to say because you really want to understand. Juke and Zach, anybody have more you want to add into that?
It serves dual purposes because, for one thing, it is going to give them the opportunity to speak further to their position, which gives you then the opportunity to see any more. It gives you more to work with, so to speak. But additionally, you're actually giving them a feeling of legitimacy, right? It's
Yep.
giving them the opportunity to explore the legs underneath their chair, so to speak. And
Mm-hmm.
so they don't feel like you are out to disprove them. They actually feel like you are curious to know why they believe what they believe. And it gives them a sense of confidence, and then they're going to be more willing to speak openly, and then you have more to work with.
Good. Okay. Love it. Juke.
Um, well, I really like what Zach actually said there. I never really thought of it that way, but the fact that not only does it, like he said, control the conversation, put you back on the offensive because you're asking a question, but it doesn't put you on the offensive in a way where they feel like you're attacking them. But if and I think doing it from whatever heart you're doing it from, of course,
Yeah.
if in your heart you're like, oh, I'm gonna get him, I'm gonna slam him, then that's
Yeah.
gonna
Get
come
the
through
trap.
as well.
That's not going to be good. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you do it from a genuine curiosity of, hey, where did you hear that? That's really gonna come through, and so that is a dual purpose there.
Love it. I want to add a little bit to what Zach was saying and what you're saying, Juke. In my own experiences using this, because I think this came naturally to me before learning about the Columbo tactic, which I've known for some time now. But for me, as I'm talking with people in an apologetic sort of way, or even just in an evangelistic sort of way, I actually really am interested to know what they believe. So, I've had conversations with, say, Wiccans, and it's like, please tell me what you believe, because how often do you get the opportunity to learn from a Wiccan what Wiccans believe? Because I can take that into every conversation I ever have with a Wiccan from this point forward, and I can actually know how to talk to them and relate with them. So that's super helpful. So for me, I actually want to use this sort of questioning and Columbo tactic because I really am interested, and that helps build the trust in the relationship there to build on that conversation with them. So that's number one reason I love it, which you said, Zach. Number two is as long as you're asking questions, and Juke, you said this earlier, so credit you. As long as you're asking questions, you're in control of the conversation. Okay. And now the next reason why I love this tactic is as long as you're asking questions, you're not showing your cards, which is a huge strategic advantage. They're over, if you're playing poker, and this is what this is, you are in a situation where the person with the most information is probably going to win. Again, not saying this is a competition, but when they come at it from an adversarial perspective, the more they talk, the more you can hold them accountable to. And I have been able to sort of use this Columbo tactic for 30 minutes to an hour with different people. And I know everything about them and why they're angry at God and when they left the church and what happened and all this stuff. And they don't even know what religion I am. They don't even know I'm a Christian. I'm just asking lots of questions because I'm interested in this person and their worldview and their position. So they show you, you're playing poker with them, they're showing you all their cards. They're like, hey, I got a 5, I got a 6, I got a king, and that's what's on the table. And I'm over here and I'm like, wow, that's so interesting. Tell me more about your thoughts on this strategy. So they're telling me all of their positions and all their views, and they don't know anything about me. So that is a very good position to be in because I get to choose how I reveal in a strategic way during the conversation, how I reveal mine. So the third thing there is they're showing me their cards and I'm not showing them mine. And then let me think, there was one more that came to my mind. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I think of it later, I'll add it in. But either way, those are some huge advantages of this Columbo tactic. It puts them on the defensive where they're talking. You're not showing your cards. They are showing their cards. So there's a lot of great stuff in there. So this is the Columbo tactic. In the next video, we're going to get into one particular use of that Columbo tactic, which is questioning the source or the person that the information has come from. So we're going to get into that in the very next video. We'll see you there.